Diablo's not going to be opting into laning into the KazaLoLL early on. It's not an unplayable matchup by any means, but it is tougher. So Nidalee thrives when you have a lot of lane control.
Yeah.
And it looks like UCal made. So for Nidalee Atlas, there's two things. You know, we talked about how Sponge had a pretty good. Oh, hold up.
Speaking of Sponge, he's going to make his way in, misses an almost point-blank spear, but it does not matter. That is still first blood. So many things in the way. Now, can Sponge get another little cheeky steal? Looks like the answer is going to be no, because Raptor still has Smite, but now Kellen could be in trouble. Has to flash out of the way of the spear. Sponge can't make up his mind, but it looks like DRX do have this kill locked down for themselves, although Kellen just does the walk strategy and he's going to be fine. Sponge, on the other hand, not so much for them. Yeah, now BNK looking to grab the first dragon as well, so most of the grubs and the first Drake. That feels pretty. Randall getting some vision up and available for himself as Rich with his teleport up and available. Okay, UCal is just getting a bit of the clear treatment as Primal Surge comes in to keep him alive. Teleport comes up towards that top side as well. That is one grub apiece out of these. As Vikla comes over, that should be the confirmation. As never mind, that is a max range spear to even out the grub take. And everyone is out of here. You got a Warrior Trickster to get Raptor out. Teleport's coming forward.
Curious about it, because these compositions will.
What do you reckon it's going to be?
I'm kind of feeling Infernal.
Oh, okay. He made a cookie there to make sure he stayed alive, and it worked out beautifully. Solar Flare goes entirely wide as Sponge is turning up to protect his mid laner. Kellen is actually going to take a big ride as now Sponge able to help LazyField grab a kill before going down, as now UCal coming on over to help with this one. That dive was a mistake, and DRX punished. Really clean Jace play. Diablo's dead. Diablo's dead.
That didn't look like it. We'll have to wait and see.
And Clear is now in a whole host of trouble because there is a Jace coming in. Rich might die before he gets here. His Grandmaster's Might helping him out, but UCal's running real quick, and he's just getting thrown around there to the skies. Does that again, and that's another dead player on the side of B&K.
They will get the
just aren't quite there as cleanly as what DRX have been doing. Of course, they haven't had a lot of pressure on them, right? So there's not a lot that's stopping Andil from just orchestrating, their vision layouts as he sees fit.
Sneak those grub scenarios into their favor and then kind of opt out of fights, but see what they can do to UCal here.
Yeah, Seismic Shove is going to connect. Solar Flare this time is going to work out, as UCal may take one with him, as Kellen's really dead. Decent Magnet Storm is going to help take that one down as Andil, he'll claim the kill. B&K will be able to make it work though by being able to pick up the turret, trading 1 for 1. It's not the end of the world, but they'll give away Shelly. And DRX are going to look to push even further on this top side. As Clear, he is Jax, pretty good at dealing with a dive, but as soon as that counter strike's down, it's going to be a tough time. And LazyField, man, he's really starting to do some damage with those 2 items he's already put together.
Yeah, now Vikla is going to get some damage done to this turret here, but you trade 1 for 1 on the bottom side, push the Jax out, get a
Raptor in the area.
Vikla does have teleport, and they're definitely aware of that. He's going to teleport back in with full health.
Yeah.
Clear's in a dangerous position.
Yeah, and Sponge has a lot of mobility. Leap Strike used to get him back to his teammates. But they're now kind of fish in a barrel, right? They've got Shock Blast, they've got Spears, they've got Void Seekers. The poke from DRX is so dangerous. If they don't engage, they will just lose. As now Sponge is going to drive a Rift Herald for some reason. Crashes it straight into a wall, so that was obviously a bit of a mistake. It's fine. Thought it was kind of fun, sort of the idea, but now Shelly is just going to march past them. And old Diablo is going to get tagged there as Kellen taking so much damage. UCal will just kill him. Sponge over the wall there as well. No safe place for this Leona to go, and Raptor
stopped the Otacon. They were able to get it in a reset, but they took so much damage in doing so. They were never going to the follow-up fight, and then Kellen going in there at the end of that side into UCal, for example, just gave them such a gold lead that the poke composition is hitting harder than it's supposed to. You're already winning sides before, and win it even harder now. Baron spawns in 45 seconds. They're going to have so much vision for that. Rich may be in danger.
Rich may die, as Public Execution is going to be put on cooldown for fun, as UCal is going to be able to take an inner turret for it. Remember, that is just the Otacon buff. This is actually just a really beautifully played, poke and side lane composition. The smoke and mirrors is that's just engaged from Andil. Kellen is going to be able to Zenith Blade, but it's a double kill for LazyField, and I feel like he's putting in the work.
We have to hold our thoughts on this for a moment because we are going to have a contest here by B&K.
Yep, True Shot Barrage comes in as Andil. That was an interesting maneuver, but I liked it. I think it was just a Hex Flash, having a bit of fun there. As very low health bars here on DRX. There's the steal from Raptor. Oh no, he still has a smite button. That Cyclone also getting so much value. Remember, Otacon I think is still here. No, it's just worn off. as Clear not going to be able to survive, but Diablo playing that one out very well. UCal there with an auto attack though, so he's going to be under Sponge as the Weaver's Wall comes in. Kellen not really finding very many buttons as Andal keeps Vikla out of there. That is going to confirm the Ocean Soul as True Shot Barrage not getting a lot of value. And the Void Seek also not going to connect now. Rich going for a bit of an engage as Raptor cycloning just to try and save his skin. Kellen desperately engaging, but he's going to go down. These health bars are so low. They get away from Clear so comfortably. Does Lazy feel, and Vikla is now running away. The Shock Blast tags the cheeky monkey trying to escape. And it is only Vikla left. I think DRX are going to say goodnight to this game right here.
I think so. And what a beautiful game for DRX it was.
Dear. Okay, teleport does come through because, of course, there is no CC on the Nidalee, so you don't need to be too worried. However, all this is going to provide Vikla is the ability to watch his Nexus turrets explode. And, oh, that's a nice little immune there, but it is not going to really do too much. Both Nexus turrets in the Nexus and DRX. I just want to say, gorgeous execution of this composition.
What a great game by them, I mean, terms I've ever heard.
I mean, it is very effective. Oh, that was not the teleport that you're looking out for. Interesting that he's taken teleport. Glad that we made a note of that, as Andal is probably dead. Yeah, he is. And so that doesn't quite work out. Swoops out this ward, actually puts down a control ward. I don't know about that one, as Raptor does have to flash. There are a lot of DRX bad guys set up here. Now the rest of his team moves over. Can this 3v3 work out? It's Kellen! Oh no, he's going to get knocked back by the Vault Breaker, and now it's a 2v3. Sponge going to have to flash to get out of the way, but the double knock-up is there from Andal. And Diablo just grabs 2 kills. The minions get mad at him, but not.
I mean, there's no money for Lazy Feel. He's just incredibly behind, even with 2 kills.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption comes down, and I don't know what Sponge is going to be able to do here as Andal gets on in, but Diablo, he's still at half health, and Lazy Feel, he ain't doing anything about this. And yes, Andal gets out, but that is too.
When you know you're running this Renekton and Xin Zhao, like you're going to skirmish a lot in the early game, and the Xerath is kind of like, well, I don't want any part of that, by the way. I think there's a little bit too many champions that can get on top of me over there, so good luck. I'm not going to join the draft, but it certainly feels very bizarre, you know? And these are the kind of decisions we've seen DRX make sometimes that make you scratch your head a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, I think more egregious is just the blind Gnar out of nowhere.
Yeah, right? That is going to make such quick work of this turret. By the way, 6 grubs for BNK, and he doesn't even have his Nashor's Tooth yet, but he just does so much.
Though, because this turret continues to go lower and lower. And all right, let's see whether Sponge can make this happen. There's the Vault Breaker flash as they try and land all the buttons, and they will be able to successfully do so.
Okay, got a kill. The build of UCal in this game, too, of the first Archangels, does kind of tell some of the story of how scared he is into the enemy draft.
Yeah. Okay, Raptor flashing. Sponge is really dead, guys. Super duper dead. It's going to take a little bit of time.
Be able to repel away, rather. Vikla should be fine. Well, although
Sponge is just going to dive in. That is a max range bullet time to help lock that one down. Sponge almost dies. Turret calculated, baby. That is down to 10 health.
That one, I thought Vikla was going to be fine. Had flash, too, didn't use it.
Oh, Chains of Corruption going to land as the Mega Gnar is set up here for Rich. Doesn't get a wallop or anything like that, though. And look at Diablo. He's just standing his ground. Kellen able to land the cocoon. That's beautifully done. In goes Sponge, though. Looks for the opportunity now as Rich just smashes down Raptor. This could be the turn because somehow UCal lived. Yes, there is a Crocodile pushing on the top side, and now Kellen is going to die, but Diablo is back, and Rich was an auto attack away from dead. Clear is now going to teleport in. Can the Vault Breaker actually work out, though? That's the question, as Rich is going to be taken out. Decent knock up from Andal, but I don't know whether Sponge is making it out of this one. Does get a Vault Breaker, and he needs another one, but it's not going to work out. The Ruthless Predator, oh, that was actually very, very cute.
It almost has flashback.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, really cute.
Will ultimately go down. His flash is like 1 second away, but he still gets sniped.
Well, speaking of Clear, he is going to kill Rich. Diablo is going to die, though. That's going to be a big deal. Lots of money ovation, but do they have access?
Narbar here for Rich is pretty big, but doesn't have flash.
Oh, actually, the Narbar control is really good. Unable to get the transformation as he makes his way in, but in goes Andal! They blow up the jungler! Sponge is in the pit! Can they kill him before he goes down? Oh my god! Otacon is secured by Diablo, of all people! And now it is elementary. They'll take down Rich as strong as maybe we once thought. As Andal moving over. A possible little engage here on the side. Cease and desist coming on in. as UCal going to be able to offer the damage. And there it is. Just rains down a bunch of arcane stuff on the Crocodile. And they'll sacrifice Inner Turret and Inhibitor Turret for it. And it's not worth. Vikla throws an ultimate to Narnia, but that's where it can go. It doesn't really matter too much. He's going to be sent home once again. LazyField almost dead, and every kill the B&K gets is a big deal. Diablo will go down. I don't think Raptor's getting too much more here, as there are 4 bad guys around him. And LazyField is just dead. My God, man. Because remember, hard it's corruption going wide as UCal has to flash. Yep. Andal able to battle dance his way out, but it's looking dangerous.
So much vision control here, and they're just not giving up the prio. Sponge going in.
Yep. Looking for Diablo. They will be able to get on top of him. Will they be able to get the kill? That's the question. Is okay, Vault Breaker's going to do it. Kellen is extremely low. The bullet time says good night, and Kellen's just going to die. A DRX doing it? My God, the Gnar onto 2, the knock-up from Andal. They are selecting their targets, and they are executing. And there is only one that's dead. They sacrifice only LazyField, and they will kill Clear here as they all chase after him. Sponge diving forward, and B&K, what kind of a lead is enough for you to win a series?
I know, it's still down 5,000 gold. And, I mean, all it takes is the right setup, all it takes is the right target selection.
Well, Raptor going to get the knock-up onto Sponge here as he ceases and desists. That's Clear diving into the backline. Emperor's Divide is going to pick off LazyField, and this time, B&K are actually going to find the team fight that they're looking for. Triple kill from Diablo, and that's what happens if you don't kill him in a second.
Nice attempt there.
The Arcana pulses are really hurt.
They really do. Nice attempt from Andal to try to set up the bullet time there. Had a really nice angle for his ultimate, but they're just still so far behind. TP here from Vikla will seal the deal. It looks like we're going to 3.
Yeah, looks like it, as Clear is going to push UCal away. First Nexus turret will go down, and in pure B&K fashion, they are making sure they go the distance in the series as Kellen well and truly dead as that Arcana Pulse lands. But that is going to be them closing this one out, and thank
very well. And now Ashe in the bottom lane, you know, you can't have like Braum go anywhere but support. Like that's guaranteed.
Yeah, that one was confirmed.
UCal,
it's not funnel meta anymore.
Lee Sin into Corki.
Yeah, with that burst fire does show Sponge that they know where he is. It's okay. Will the Qs land? What are we going to get as they immediately get rid of Kellen? That's a real comfortable one, and they actually drop the aggro so quickly. Oh no, now it is just Zeri by herself, but Raptor is coming up. Vikla is there as well. The Lee Sin's in mid, and Andal is most likely dead. LazyField going to give up the Ghost, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end. As walks up, avoids the Prowling Projectile, which hasn't really been hitting so much here as Raptor puts the Dragon at 1 health, and then just swing.
End up committing any further as Raptor is coming.
Yeah, immediate cleanse. It's really, really nice. In comes Clear, though, as Andal not going to be able to stand beside LazyField early enough, I don't think, as there's the flash forward. Diablo explodes and takes down the Ashes. There's the bowling ball, and we're getting a bit tired. Watch out, Eep is not even necessary as Sponge is running at Mark 10, looking for Clear and for Kellen. Winter's Bite will connect beautifully, and there's the spin. It's going to be a triple most likely, as UCal, I think, is going to be gifted this one. Walks over, just needs a Tempest, does have to flash, as it was a lot of wandering. He's playing this on purpose. We know that. And now Andal's going to miss the Winter's Bite. They do find the ulti as LazyField is very dead. But can they get the rest of them out of there? That's the question. It's a double kill. That's a 4-in-1 Zeri. We might be certifying it, Wolf.
I 100% am. 4 kills now. I mean, that's a gold lead you can really feel.
Yep, Sponge is going to be able to walk out with at least one of these, so not going to be giving away a feat of strength, but still, this is dangerous. Oh God, that equalizer placement pretty nice. Is now Clear trying to dance around. Rich finding some angles here as Vikla is almost dead, but he is not the main character. Arrow going to connect onto Raptor. And UCal going to be able to follow that one up really nicely. Sponge coming in, doesn't land the bowling ball, but it doesn't matter. He's going to spin around on top of
Squishy. You know, she's very easy to pick, so if she's just blown up before a team fight happens, that could be huge. But Clear is the one who's in danger first.
Yep, there's the kick. There's the watch out Eat there as well, but Clear is going to survive with the help of Kellen. Vikla able to take down a big shutdown on this Lilia. And I feel like UCal isn't quite getting the value that he's looking for, and now he's taking the turret when he really doesn't want to. Extendo Beam coming on in there as DRX, they're not going to be distracted. They want to kill the Corki, and they will be able to do so, as Raptor going to be able to grab the second Dragon here at the same time.
Yeah, this is
that mobility, right? Because there's so much AoE on DRX, and if they do get her in range, then she dies very, very quickly. Happy. But Yukal, he just comes over. That's going to help secure this Rift Herald and clear now with some time in the bottom lane.
Because winning the fight was going to be pretty tricky, but trying to apply that pressure and just kind of say, we get a turret out of this.
Yep. Just went back and got that Hurricane. As Clear is on a really long flank. I just don't know whether he's going to even possibly get here in time. Yeah, they're just going to trade for the turret. Raptor was thinking about a possible steal.
Power.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Yukal looking for an opportunity here. Clear. That is not the face check you wanted. Not able to get to the wall in time, and that is just a barbecued Aurora. LazyField now fighting Vikler, and he's got Andil there in front of him. The door makes the Corki completely worthless.
And this fight is so important. Everything else was so well set up, trying to come in and set up for this fight. Just like the last one, they were very late. Remember, they had the 2-item spike for Diablo, but he's not able to get around vision. Don't overextend. Look for picks instead. And that's kind of what they're doing here so far.
Well, Yukal going to get a kick onto Vikler here. Closes the gap. Vikler just sort of standing his ground as Yukal may need some help. There is going to be a flash out from Vikler. He thinks that he'll be able to survive. The answer is no. And Clear, that's not the teleport you wanted to go for, my friend. That was mad.
I don't think he can get this done in this fight.
Yeah, Bowling Ball moving over towards the Baron here as the door is given to Diablo. Fair bit of value, knock up onto Raptor as LazyField is just throwing as many arrows into him as possible, even the big one as Yukal gets stunned up for quite some time. And they're just buying time, right? Now Otacon is in, and now
they're dead by the time you're there. Look at the mid lane. The AD carry, your AD carry and your jungler are not even close to this location, so you're just teleporting into your death, unfortunately, in this situation. Yeah, it was just not the right call.
Even without the teleport to come in from Rich at the same time, it would have been pretty doomed as there's a kick. And Diablo is able to get himself out of the way. Arrow going to sail by majestically as well. LazyField looking for the opportunity as Vikler will finally turn up. What?
3 Infernal Dragons in a row for this insanely fed Lilia.
That is so much damage. We'll just move back towards this Baron that wasn't released. LazyField gets over there for the DPS and they're chasing Rich for some reason. As the arrow is going to sail down, nails the jungler and the Baron just goes down. And he was nowhere near, but still managed to hit him with the arrow, which is kind of cute. It's like you're doing your homework when you don't even really need to. As the knock-up on Vikler comes in. They're looking for a little bit more, though. Final chapter does come down. There's the equalizer trying to split up this fight. My God, the amount of damage is absurd. And the last little bit to come on through there as Sponge goes golden.
Sleep.
There's some sleeps as, oh no, this is Lilia's territory now. And Yukal, he'll come on over. And yes, Diablo is pretty strong, but now he has no health and not a lot of opportunities. As Blastcone will be able to help him. Oh dear. Sponge runs a little bit quicker here than Diablo. And should be able to chaperone him to wherever he wants to go. It is still hard for him to get in range, especially without that Q being stacked up.
Diablo
Let's see.
Flash and the shield from the Yuumi.
Yeah, he's actually on the Gromp just to make sure that he can run as quickly as possible.
Hey, look at those little infernal shards on the ground. Speed him out of there. He lives. That's the end of the good news.
Yeah, because that has also bought enough time for Rich to take down an inhibitor turret on this top side of the map. He'll be able to take the inhib as well, as Raptor not going to be able to defend that. Especially
serious to recover from for being
Oh yeah, Arrow going to connect onto Diablo as Raptor has that flank angle. Final chapter connecting. As, all right, will they be able to survive? They take down both the jungler and the AD carry. Vikler manages to get a little bit of redemption for Corki, but it's not going to put a W in that column, unfortunately. It is 0-12 territory we're heading to as Rich shows them the flamethrower, shows them the scrappy shield, and then just destroys cats and dogs next to the base. DRX going to be able to take down the inhibitor turret in the mid lane. They'll take the inhib as well, and I don't think we're going to get to an Infernal Soul because I don't know whether the Nexus will last long enough for that one to be relevant.
I don't think so. Tragic end really here to BFX. BNK here in what was a very winnable series, but ultimately they fell too short here.
We know they have it in them. That's the biggest issue, right?
I know.
Equalizer making sure they're all slowed up. They're never going to get over to this Nexus. And
I like the Rel here just simply because you have some combo potential with this, and it also allows to set up for more of Silas's ult steals. Like, even if he steals the camp, really good right now. Grasp, by the way, for Faker and Doran as we are engaged.
Crashdown does come in, but that is a heroic charge and a first blood for Smash. Wei, this could be a big deal as Vault Breaker does come in, flashes in front to make sure that Ona can't get out as BDD's going to flash in, lands the chains, and picks up his first kill, but Faker's going to immediately answer. Now you've got a Rel coming over, another Vault Breaker going to land. There's the Crashdown.
Just a little bit faster, it's different stories. Oh!
And Doran's going to solo kill Perfect under the turret, and yeah. All right, Kaz going to be looking for the first dragon. Perfect will be able to grab one of these grubs as well. So that is
coming up T1's way, and it may come up even more.
KT can't be playing too aggressively here as Doctorm isn't going to find the ulti. There's another heroic charge, and Wei, I mean, he did have...
For T1, the one thing I'm worried about is what BDD can get done with the Sylas and his steals.
Well, there is a Chaos Storm available, and there is the cease and desist. Kaz not going to let him live this time, and BDD is able to finish that off. Quarter of their second feat of strength. Sandals being put together quite nicely.
Yeah, and this is utilizing their bot prio.
The feat of strength. They're gonna be able to buy new shoes.
Sandals are incoming. You know?
Incoming. That is going to be 5. So there we go. This mid game, Ona can just press this button over and over again, and Doctorm, he had flash, guys, and he uses barrier and dies.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to not flash if you don't get hit by anything, and he thought he could. Or he thought he could avoid, but he unfortunately did not. I think flashing in this situation is
dead. There's an Impale.
Oh, God.
And Wei's going to have to flash. He does manage to do so, as at least they do manage to get some damage onto Carrier. Cease and desist, as another crash is going to come through. Kaz is dead. You didn't ban Skarner, guys. As all right, let's see what BDD can do. Diving towards Smash here as best he can. Gets a killer instinct, but he's dead. Wei's dead. Faker's in there. They're going to take down the turret. This is a catastrophe. What is going on?
See you in game 2. That's all I can say. That was almost really cool, right? Actually, only counts if you can succeed. And that's another turret down.
Yep, they got the strong shoes as well.
Herald fight. I think KT feel like they have to okay. This is
oh dear. Ona's coming in. Wei's going to stop him. They're going to see whether they can kill Doran. He gets the Mega Gnar. Don't know about the flash, but it's going to do its job as Wei is just dead once again. Perfect and Faker are fighting. The K'Sante doing some work here as they take down the Sylas. Wei wanting to get the Chains of Corruption. He hits it on the Skarner and then gets impaled, and now he's dead. And the Skarner, did he notice? I'm not entirely sure. Another heroic charge coming on through here onto Kaz. Decent crash down though as Carrier may be falling, but not before Wei goes down. It's a double kill for this Skarner. Good there. Maybe it would have been okay. But it was not.
Yeah, if you come with the king.
Let's see, maybe KT can surprise us. They definitely surprised Smash right there. Chains of Corruption connect, and Doctorm going to be able to grab the kill. He has a definable KDA to start us off. It's great to see. As Kaz, speaking of great to see, actually looking for an opportunity towards his bottom side as All Out going to be used. Doran actually still getting a lot of work done as the Vault Breaker is avoided. Faker teleports in. Perfect in a little bit of trouble. Chains connect though from BDD. They do take down the Gnar, and now T1 with a few on the floor. This is the best way to beat Skarner. It's fight them when the Skarner isn't there.
That's true. Now they're only 6,000 gold down.
I was trying to add some hype to it, Wolf.
All right, so like, why Vi is such a sought-after, incredibly high prio champion is showcased here once again. We saw it with Sponge in that loss in Game 2 earlier today as well. It gives you so many opportunities to actually get picks when you're super far behind because he has really long engage range, really easy
at any point,
especially G-Sun.
I'm always actually wary of it. I'm always on edge. I'm going to utilize the Rift Herald to try and take down this inner turret, and by try to take down as the Rift Herald is going to try and get some value because it was almost. They do manage to scry it, but is it too late? And I think the answer is yes, because if you commit to this and it doesn't work out, it's a disaster as the Keeper's Verdict is going to be stolen. Is coming in. Faker, that is a flank angle if ever I've seen one. The All Out means he goes even further. Kaz going to join in, but he goes golden. He breaks the arm guard and he will be sent back home. Of course, not really punished all that much. Wei is likely to die here as Ona is going to crash him into the wall. And yeah, he'll crash down, but he is certainly still out. And KT, they lose one. Could have been worse, perhaps. But yeah, it's still looking like T1 are moving up and to the right.
I mean, Faker lost his wings, but that's okay, because he just doesn't really care. He's just going to come back and
gods don't need wings to fly, Wolf.
No, exactly. This has been proven.
Nor do they need arm guards.
The JRPG Bible, it already explained it. Anime also agrees with JRPGs on this sort of sentiment, but
It's really nice when they agree.
Leandri's picked up for Faker, just barely had enough money to buy that before heading over to this Baron. That damage plus his torch will be very nice at rushing this one down. Now, Kuz still has flash. He didn't use it, like I said. I mean, maybe there's a miracle angler. BDD has hijack back. Where's Doran's position? He's got the Gnar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh dear.
Maybe.
Intercorruption is going to stop Owner for now. They're focusing the Skarner and actually doing a fair bit of damage here as Doctom. We're going to try and still get these autos in. Carrier dives forward, playing pretty good defense, but so is Perfect. Able to knock him back. KT surviving for what feels like such a long time, and Cease and Desist is still up and available. Smash. Is he going to do it? That Killer Instinct, he dives into the backline, the Magnus Storm, the immediate reaction, and BDD smashes him into the wall. It is still Otacon buff that's available, so T1 can pretty happily do this, as Carrier managing to survive for way too long. They take the 100 gold from him, but they lose their Varus and their Vi. BDD, the Chain Lash comes in, he dodges the boulder, and the chains are not quite long enough. Oh, T1 can now move back towards the Baron and get to work on it. It felt like a hype situation from yesterday, but it wasn't because Smash had Otacon buff, so now he's back. He's here to help assist with this Baron, and Kuz is dead. That is going to be a guarantee on that one. They've got a Cloud Soul if they'd like it to immediately follow up, and it will be a 10,000 gold lead.
You know how we've had these kind of graphics come up sometimes to talk about, like...
They're even not able to sweep this ward in the Tri-Brush, which is giving T1 all the information that they will ever need. And Keeper's Verdict going to miss this time around, as Kuz will find Faker in the backline, but then he will be found by Owner as well. So Kuz is very dead. That's going to be the first one to go down, as Doctom's trying to get some autos in, but he's just dead. Not a lot of opportunity to do anything. The flash doesn't quite work. He wanted to get over that wall, and Perfect is going to acquiesce to his request. And then that might just be all the positive news here for KT, as Perfect will be knocked down. And T1, with most of KT now on the floor, they should be able to walk up and finish this one off. Already the teleport's coming in. Faker, he is done with this game.
He really is. And I think you and I have been for about 15 minutes.
Wait, sorry, 28 minutes and 17 seconds, Wolf, that's about it. Wait, when was Skarner locked in?
Probably about 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, 30 minutes ago, something like that. Yeah, this champion is very, very strong, but T1 also playing exceptionally well. KT not quite able to make this composition work. They will throw some buttons down now, but their Nexus will not be saved. And T1 move up to 1-0 in the series.
And it's just a throwaway because it's not
Yeah,
the LCK.
I think the Galio makes so much sense.
Yeah. I mean, Galio into Ahri is already incredibly strong. Because especially like when Ahri thinks she's like, oh, I'm just gonna go proc electrocute. Be careful, you watch out, you end up getting caught by that guy in this game, man. His control of the top lane, his pushback on Smash there, the group that they have with Kuz coming up there super fast, the grubs means it's really difficult for T1 based on what we've seen so far. But being 30 CS behind, as anyone who's played solo queue with a support that's trolling you, relevant even behind in CS as a side lane threat. Wei does have flash, should be okay here. He's not even going to take that much damage to the clips. But
oh my god, that's so much poke! True Shot Barrage kills him!
All right, well, a side lane threat because he doesn't have those grubs in his pocket. He's down on CS, but now they're even in grubs.
Oh dear.
And, I mean, Doctom is not in the safe place.
Well, in goes Wei. He's trying to get revenge as BDD is dashing forward. Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't do anything, but that does not matter.
If they lose this fight decisively, I mean, they might not have a way back in this game.
Yeah, Vegas Teleport just about to come back up again as Wei goes in, finds the Solar Flare. Super Mega Death Rocket landing as Carrier so incredibly low. Doran, no option, cannot do anything, and there goes the Drake as well. Oh, it's going to be a race, though. Let's see how quickly Perfect can take this down. Smash just needs another one, and it's not going to win. Doctom tagged by a spear is exactly the person you do not want tagged by a spear, or by the True Shot Barrage. As now Doran looking for that angle. They poke Shelly in the eye. Let's see whether they do manage to lock this one down. That's the steal from Owner. That gets them the feats of strength, but can they win the team fight? Doran already going to go down. Doctom getting excited, and the essence is picked up by BDD. Throws the Orb of Deception through, and it looks like KT just wanted to get out of there, but Faker says no! Doctom goes down, and BDD has to flash to get out of the way.
And they just can't really have that same waste up. This time he's isolated.
Oh god, and he's by himself. Like, why are we doing this? He does manage to get some CC onto Smash, who may not have wanted to go this far forward, but Faker is there to protect him. Owner in the backline, Kuz almost kills him, finally does. Managed to take him, that's a solo kill? That's kind of insane. Where is Smash going? This fight is all over the place, but Dom is the one that's truly isolated, and Perfect does not find the Shock Blast. Yeah, okay. And it's Arakan towards the top side of the map that might be the option here as far as a trade for T1. Or maybe catching Dom in transition.
Up turret is an opportunity for
Oh, BDD dives on top of Ona. Solar Flare is going to stun him up there as well. He gets heals, but it's not going to be enough. And now Kaz, Warrior Trickster over, looks for the Cyclone, gets the knock up. Super Mega Death Rocket connects. Smash gets over the wall though, and that Shock Blast does not land. They may need to take a consolation carrier, and there it is. Kaz going to be able to knock down that kill, and with 2 dead, one of them being the jungler, it may be time to grab themselves another Khan, as this True Shot Barrage is going to soften them up momentarily, teleport in to stop Doran from just destroying their house. BDD wants to remove the minion wave, but it's not going to be enough, actually. That turret is going to die.
The True Shot Barrage from Smash is actually super valuable here. I mean, these health bars are so low. Doran wants to come in and contest. They may have an angle. Faker has TP as well.
Yeah, the heroic entrance going to be there. Without Smite, it could be a dangerous one. Dom with the DPS. And Kuz almost just dead to Arakan, but nope, they're going to be able to take it down.
Yeah. We'll see what they can get, because Perfect is going in.
Yeah, he's going in, and he may as well. He does have the Arakan buff, and they're going to take down Carrier, so it's already worth it, I guess.
Arakan, as really want to watch live because this is really important. See what
Yeah, Kuz getting the double Cyclone here as Doran with that Counter-Strike just standing vigil, but he's not going to save Ona. Perfect going down very low. Kuz as well is in trouble. And, wait, never mind. He's actually going to be okay. Warrior Trickster comes through. And remember, they have the Arakan buff, so he's playing with reckless abandon. Way going in. Dom is probably pretty dead at this point in time. Yeah, it's going to be Doran help blocking that one down.
Pretty rezzed.
Hey, there we go. But also still gives away a little bit of gold as BDD, cue the yakety sax. As he's underneath the enemy turret, looking to see whether he can take down Smash. He's not going to be able to.
It seems like no
charm in a turret. So Faker here on this bottom side, outers and inners is going to be just free money here for T1, who have really rid the map of these structures.
Like, again, KT walking a fine line here on this Dragon.
Yeah, Kuz already getting it so incredibly low as Ona out of vision right now. Faker actually engaging onto Waze, not really the priority target. There's the Cyclone into the back line. Faker gets interrupted, no heroic charge for him. As now Smash might have his first death of the series, but no, he arcane shifts away, keeps himself alive. It is going to be soul point for KT. They kill Ona. It is probably still a great trade for them. But the fact that Smash survives, that's sick. And Doran trying to get on in here as Dom able to get the Flame Chompers down. Leap Strike to avoid them. Dom gets taunted, but he does have the barrier. Can he keep himself alive? The answer's no. And there's the knock up onto Kuz as well. Warrior Trickster comes in. He gets, oh my goodness, the Cinders to keep him alive as, oh, Doran, you didn't want to take that one as the turret is going to, oh, the zap. Oh, even gets the cat.
Does he die, though?
Dead. Yeah, because, yeah, Smash just chases him down, has the extra movement speed from the Inspire, and it is so doomed. Like, this is, yeah.
I zapped that, and I think it'll be okay. Like, I think I can get that. Like, hold on, let me zap that cannon, and I need this money. I'm so desperate. I've been able to farm all game. It's not.
No, I don't think we're being too hasty having this discussion, as Faker is going to get caught out momentarily, going to get stopped by those Flame Chompers, as Wei is dead, but can they kill Faker? The Cyclone comes in, and yes, they can. Carrier to go down as well, and the resets are starting to come through. BDD does need to be careful because Smash, oh, he gets charmed, and he immediately just Arcane Shift, cleanses, gets out. Dom almost just dies to that True Shot Barrage. And remember, there's a man advantage for KT, but it doesn't feel like it because Smash is here, and he's looking to just take matters into his own hands. Doran going golden at about 0 health. The zaps are connecting. You have to kill Smash, KT. You have to kill him, otherwise he will kill all of you as Perfect gets on top of him. There's the shutdown.
Smash disadvantage. KT don't have that guy, but still, even he
can't get it done. Faker teleported in as well. That tower is not long for the world, and they lose the GOAT at the same time. Perfect is dealing with this bot. What is going on? They're 1-3-1 and they're taking everything on the map. They have a gold lead out of nowhere. They have a Dragon Soul. I'm excited too, Dom. I don't blame you.
Blink and sudden. So now that engage bomb, let's finish, especially because
they're running at Dom, who is once again taking too much damage. That is another True Shot Barrage. He just walks too slow, ladies and gentlemen. Now KT trying to make up for it. Carrier gonna go down. Owner goes golden, but it does not save him. And everyone's just in the KT blender. Kaz looking for it. Taking matters into his own hands. Gets the extended range on the Q, and Smash goes down. Doran is tank jacks. I don't know what he's supposed to really do here. He goes golden a little bit, and then BDD. Now KT going to get the Baron. They can now use the Baron. Maybe wait 4 seconds. But now they can use the Baron to take an Elder.
So something's not right.
And if they kill Kaz here, that is actually kind of huge. They spot Faker here for a moment. Doran dives in on top of Perfect, but he taxis himself out using the Galio. And Doran is now going to pay the price. Oh, T1! That may have been a game-losing play because the Elder Dragon just came up. Faker's able to get out, but it's a 4 versus 5.
All right, KT gonna have to make the call. They still have Baron. I think this pushing rather than Elder is definitely the way.
Yep, not wanting to take the risk here, but it does give them an opportunity. Oh, BDD makes the play, catches Carrier, and the zap almost lands. Smash able to create the distance over Faker is dead, and Wei is now pushing forward. KT not risking this Elder buff at all, and it is only Smash left alive. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He takes down Wei. At least he gets that one, but it is 3 games. It was always going to be 3 games in this telecom war. I love Swain. Swain's great, and it's Noxian themed. That's what we're about. And Bessa and Swain? We are getting all the way to the top of Noxus right now.
Swain is so incredibly vulnerable, though, I find, in a lot of these. Never Poof's going to land here onto Faker as well. Level 1 is Wei.
Oh, yeah, Wei going to have to flash that one. Oh no, it's game 1 all over again. Time to get over here if they do want to fight this. Equalizer could be important as Wind becomes lightning, not going to connect. Neither does the Never Move, but the hook is going to be there. They do get on top of Carrier, who does get the quickness off. Smash taking a lot of damage. Grand Starfall does bring him in. The Demon Flare available for BDD is Kaz staying alive for so long. Doesn't have flash though, so he is going to die. BDD just trying to do his best to get a kill anywhere, and it straight up doesn't work. That was a complete collapse.
You know, he's definitely feeling very good about himself here in this 3rd and final game.
Infernobomb could actually just be thrown in to see whether he can steal it away, but they don't have the information. There it goes. Doctor there's damage if they do decide to turn, and they have decided to turn. In comes Doran, looking for that equalizer angle as public execution as they dive in on top of Faker. Can they actually kill him, though? The answer is yes, but they'll lose their Nautilus for it. Kaz has that Crescent Guard. BDD just trying to get this Demon Flare to do some more damage. It does do a fair bit off the back.
Continue the fight. We'll be able to stop this back as well.
Maybe not. Flashing on top of BDD. The Never Move does connect, but he doesn't want to bring him closer. There's the Sith Lightning! Powerful.
Owner wants to ult the backline, but he also wants to stay close to the Dragon so he can secure that smite.
Yep, there's the Never Move as Faker takes the turret on the top side, immediately teleports in, is now Perfect. He's going to spot the Grand Starfall. That means that Owner going to be moved out of the way of the equalizer as well, not in position. As KT, they regroup. Perfect on that flank angle, wants that public execution. And T1, they do not want to risk it. I think that's smart. Vision of Empire does give vision. As Kaz almost just blows up. Mega Inferno Bomb avoided by everyone.
Yeah, that was kind of the saddest Zigzord I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was not a great one.
But that's just another turret here for T1. So yeah, T1 made the right call. Don't take a bad fight there. I can't actually isolate a target here. KT will trade a turret back, which is nice.
Yeah, it was perfect, like being able to...
Which is pushing him closer to that Void Staff. Likely could be a Crypt Bloom, but make Mooney upset, so I hope it's necessarily as robust. They're more strong defensively.
Oh, Wei is going to find Owner here. Just puts up the door, or the shield. And Kaz is going to go in. Doran not going to overcommit to this one, or is he? Equalizer goes down. It's on to BDD and Kaz, and now Carrier looks for the opportunity, gets into that backline. The Ziggs explodes. The entire bottom lane is just already dead. BDD doing a fair bit of work, but it is not enough. Kaz trying to stay alive. The flash does not work. And T1 will wipe the floor with
really a more picturesque example of something and then it happens right afterwards, because Owner looks like he's getting caught here. Look at how difficult it is to even kill him with this composition for KT. Unfortunately, there's a wraparound happening, right? They've now put themselves in no man's land. They're now not able to set up that phalanx because they're being attacked from all angles, and it's a really nice fall from Owner and Carrier. Otacon is being taken in live by T1 after this wipe, and like I mentioned before, yeah, BDD, he stays in the thick of things for a long time. He's very difficult to kill, but as
Baroned up minions, they do survive for a whole lot longer than they have any right to, as now BDD is just going to get ulted by Faker. Doesn't quite find the combo, as the equalizer is also a little bit weird when there is a flash up and available. Carrier just going in because he can.
I mean, Carry is teaching KT Rolster a lesson.
Yeah.
Like with some of these baits he's set up, some of these moments where it looks like the ability to just rejoin. Like you can't win a Dragon fight because we have Baron buff also. Like there's just no losing.
There's another equalizer that comes down as Dr. Arm is going to flash into Faker and just pop like a balloon. Faker just bouncing around his ultimate, looking absolutely cool while he does so. And T1, they just kill 3. And they're able to move even further forward. Perfect has decided that he just wants to try and take whatever they can. But I think he's going to be required back home because there is an invasion as T1 look to take down their first inhibitor of the game and look for even more. Maybe they're just done with this game as Doran is just flashing on top of B2D, who just dies. Oh my god, Perfect. Maybe he shouldn't have come home. Maybe he should have actually stayed in the top lane because this game is over. Nexus Turret 1 is going to go down. Nexus Turret 2 is surely to follow. And Wei, yeah, he spent a little bit of time outside of the fountain, but I think he wants back in. Please end his misery, and T1 will acquiesce. That is the Game 3 victory.
I'm a big fan of that. Okay, maybe not. What the heck?
You said you wanted
real?
Melee champions.
Is that a lock?
Monkey Paw. The
Okay.
Monkey Paw has curled.
Let me cook here. This is the strat for Shanks. Okay, so we can very clearly tell early on that Shanks will not be winning the CS battle here. Cream actually going for the tower plates and doing a good job to not auto Shanks. He does take a tower shot. Part of that strategy that we were talking about. Oh, little Pulv. Hey, right now, if I'm Shanks, I'm happy with how things are going.
Yeah, he's got so much damage here, and this Bramble Vest is proving to be so dangerous.
Wave crashing in once again, but I think he's doing a good job. He's wave clearing well. He has, you know, a W max Alistar to shove Cream away from the tower whenever he gets a little bit too close. So I think this strategy might actually work out for him.
I would love for this to be the only Alistar we see in all of the 1v1s
right.
here.
Because
Please.
it's really fun and interesting to like
-1.
theory craft right now, but as soon as we see it more than once, it's like, okay, we've seen it.
Everyone.
8 minutes of this game did not matter at all. It all comes down to this: can Shanks shove Cream into the flames before he takes too much damage and dies? That is going to be the name of the game here. Cream, he takes the health relic right now. Shanks is hunting him down. Right now, Cream is not really in a position to get shoved away just yet. Shanks gonna have to burn that ultimate soon. There comes the dominance from Cream. I don't think this is going to go well for Shanks. Cream just has way too much HP. He lands a stun. Not headbutt.
Oh no!
Put him within the flames. Oh, it's all Jover at this point. That is just all too easy for Cream. I don't think we're going to...
We didn't get to talk about it. I kind of missed it on this point, but with Rumble, the usual answer has just been slam the Galio if it's up, but that hasn't been the case. It's going to be in the last part of this draft.
Definitely could be in a fair amount of trouble here.
This is the change, though. Cannon minions are on 4 now, so they're trying to deny him a punch of gold.
All right, here we go. There comes the stun. It's all too easy. And who else but Tarzan to pick up first blood for AM? As we have a modified 4v4, Flandre going to be there first in terms of the top laners roaming up. Looks like Cream going to get hit by the taunt. Going to be back to the flash crash down for KL. And here comes the Between Worlds. Kyle is maybe caught out. There comes the hero's entrance. It lands just onto Kanavi, and nobody will fall from either side. Big health bars.
Versus Tarzan. Tarzan does have the smite, so can try to go for the 1v1, but it seems like they're putting up much of a threat.
Looks like AL going to go for a play in the mid lane. Chris blocked up. Remember, doesn't have that flash. Doesn't have the ultimate yet either. Tarzan, always known for making plays, so... up to him to try to force something to happen.
Strong in a side laning team due to just having a Galio and a Rumble. You are more indexed on wanting to try to find team fights. Tarzan, you're just gonna have to flash here, bro. Oh, we're just going
he's
for
going
it.
straight in on a Jackie Love, who just arcane shifts away. Looks like the Crescent Guard doing enough, and here comes the teleport. It's gonna take a little bit of time to channel, but here comes Flandre, Equalizer, doing a really nice job on that kill.
So he just gets to stand there. For everybody at home as well, Unending Despair is... AO may have gotten their brain fried from doing the Alistar mid-tech here as we're trying to find an entrance onto 369.
Double knock-up. There's the Magnet Storm. Really nice engage here for Kyle. Crisp has the Unbreakable Will on top of him, but 369 will fall first. It will be Shanks to pick up the kill. And there goes Crisp as well. Burnt to a Crisp by Flandre. 2-0 AL. And they're going to pick up the Feats of Strength buff as well, with the Dragon going their way.
That's why we saw TES have to contest for this objective. They have to follow AL wherever they go, and that is also going to be such a through line for anyone's legend in this game. You have 5 grubs, so
Kyle was the one to find
here's
the engage.
Cream.
Here comes Cream. He was not in that last fight. The blast cone comes over. Kanavi not looking for it, and they're just going to give this objective away again. Tarzan picking up the Rift Herald, and now here comes the counter engage. Call the Forge God will land to counter Kyle over the flash as well. He takes a big chunk of damage from the Between Worlds. Tarzan looking to run away, pops the Crescent Guard, and in comes that ult from Shanks. It's going to push top away. He can get the turret, and then top probably take Shanks down as well.
Yeah, Kyle's on the way. Tarzan is here to cover if they want it. He's very tanky, though.
It's a 4v1. I mean, Shanks going to take a little bit long to die, but there's just not enough damage to fight that 2v4. Shutdown goes the way of Kanavi. He also picks up when they're maybe focusing on other things like that instead of other potential plays that could win the game. Now we see top with the gold lead, at least for now. That could change though here as we have a fight in the top side jungle as Chris just gets...
Walk in through Fog of War.
Yeah.
Great job from Crispy hiding himself. They're going to lose this dragon, but...
It's just gone. I mean, there was really good setup there from top to make sure there was no vision in the area here for AL. Now Tarzan could potentially be caught out. He has to come up the Crescent Guard relatively early to escape. Here comes Call the Forge.
Oh, Kyle!
On the other side of things, and here comes Shanks as well, looking to dive in onto the back line. Kanavi already taken rather low, but look at Cream on the other side, just doing so much damage on this Aurora. Flandre on the wrong side of the map and overheated will mean another kill goes the way of Kanavi. And Top Esports get the dragon, and they pick up 2 on top of it.
Anyone's Legend is playing the map a lot better, but TES in these fights are finding wins that look a little bit difficult, but they're definitely executing. Hope, he moves forward and loses his flash.
Oh, but let's a 2-man taunt coming in from Shanks, and that's going to be enough with the Hollow Radiance to land the shutdown onto Jackie Love. And with that kill, AL will pick up the mid-tier Otacon and takes damage from it. Going to be a pretty difficult fight for them if they are not careful. Already the Otacon at 4,000 HP. Cream flashing away from the Magnet Storm is going to potentially be a 50-50, but without a fight, it'll be Tarzan to pick it up. Those revives will come to be a very massive factor as look at Shanks and Hope. They are shredding away at Top Esports and making sure that they don't go down without a fight. They'll have the revives, so any kills are just gravy on top of things. Shanks leading the charge right now. He's getting bursted down a little bit by Jackie Love in 369. And 3 people get sent.
Great map state for them to take this Baron and look towards the dragon afterwards.
Yeah, he just 1-for-1 the jungler, and with the jungler.
He doesn't even finish the objective. It just feels like an all-in-all loss coming in for the side of TES. And even in the picture-in-picture, losing out on mid-turret, you've got this Baron, you've got those 5 grubs. It just feels like it's gone from bad to worse, and while some of these plays have worked for TES, I feel like we haven't seen them really kind of make too many proactive decisions this map, really responding to AL's map pressure.
And that fight did really good things for a lot of the members on AL, but specifically Hope, who now has 2 kills, has fights, and also doing damage right now.
Shanks gets to cheat by having 5 grubs, so...
That is true. As, you know, speaking of, there goes that top turret in it.
Yes. They get away from the Rumble ultimate 45 seconds before the Dragon spawn.
They're going so ham right now. I mean, yeah, Shanks forced the flash out of Kanavi, I guess. Here comes the ultimate from 369, just landing onto Tarzan. True Shot Barrage not finding too much. AL overextend a lot on that play, kind of for no reason. There comes the ultimate from Shanks, but it's just too late. Kyle has already fallen, and now Cream has a good opportunity to dish out a ton of damage. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Kanavi is singled out, and Hope will shred him down. But it will be at least a trade as Flandre falls 2-for-1 in favor of Top Esports.
Right now, it's all about can we get this mid-tier 1 for TES. They'll take it here with the Demolish proc from 369. Cream walking forward, he's got a lot of damage here. Has the Horizon, or has the Cosmic Drive, has the upgraded Luden's Companion alongside that Void Staff. And Shanks with a masterful flank here. Already uses Flash, already uses DP. The ultimate is not here. But TES are trying to find a flank play. Ooh.
Nice turn there for Tarzan.
Oh no! Wait, Shanks, run, brother!
Crisp, he's going to face check and find out the Galleon. So now Shanks has to go or else he'll be stuck in a 1v4. Taunt comes out. The shield of Duran only finds the tanks as Jackie Love's able to escape. And Shanks will get shut down. It is Jackie Love picking up the gold. But look at the other side. And Hope has Hope. He's shredding him to pieces on this Corki. Crisp trying to his best to distract the rest of the team, but it'll be a double kill in for Hope. He is now 5-0-4, and despite the over-aggressive play from Anyone's Legends, they're going to pick up this Ocean Soul.
Anyone's Legend trade their mid laner, and can Kanavi find the steal to buy TES 5 minutes in this game? It's not enough. We're going to see the turn.
Could be a big fight though. There comes the ultimate, lands onto Flandre. The Rumble has been singled out. The ultimate has already been used. The Rumble will die, but Hope just doing so much damage here on this backline. Flandre, it's still alive in this Dragon Pit. 369 does not have any damage, as it is an ace picked up for AL.
That's the Ocean Soul doing overtime at the Anyone's Legend factory. They're going to win this fight, and honestly, Grapes, with what we're seeing here, 5 grubs, a Baron if they really want it, it seems like AL are going to look for the end on this play. Massive death timers. It is just the bottom lane of TES to defend the base.
From first blood to potentially the final towers being picked up, it has been firm control of game number 1 for our Demacia Cup champions, Anyone's Legends. They're looking to try to take down some of these next towers right now. Chris pops the Unbreakable Will, and they will find a trade at least in supports, but it will not.
This and a second chance at redemption here for Kanavi. Doesn't mean anything. He's jumping right out of that. It's going to be a Baron Covenant.
In some of these team fights, that showed to be true again here around the Dragon Pit. And JackeyLove, while he has been dishing out a little bit, cannot be enough here right now with AL currently up. Now it's 7,000 gold and counting. They're going to finish off that top lane inner turret, the last one available on the map, and looking to crack open their second inhibitor so far of the game. Mid lane is open and has super minions pushing it down there as they wait for this next wave of Baron buffs to escort him.
Grapes, this feels like a repeat of our grand finals. It did open up with a bona fide quadra kill for Tarzan, but I'll take that in their weight of gold when it comes to the objectives. It was those first bloods that came through. It was all of the epic of monsters coming in early. It feels like AL had really strong control of the map. They made some individual flubs, but I think mechanically they haven't been the best team in the league. It has really been their map play and how creative they are when it comes to both draft and in-game strategy.
And right now, just potentially putting the finishing touches on. Equalizer comes out, doesn't do too much damage, but does zone JackeyLove away from the rest of his team. Last-ditch effort potentially here for 369. The Call of the Force God does land on it too, but Hope has bought so much space, is so far away from any potential threats. There comes a big taunt from Shanks. So much damage here on the side of Anyone's Legends, and Hope just remains untouched. AL wanting to prove that their Demacia Cup performance was not a fluke, and they're doing a pretty good job so far against their former opponent.
He moves forward,
it is a triple kill. It could be a pentakill, but Cream will not let it happen. Hope finishes the game himself on the Corki, 11-0-5, and Anyone's Legends
Ultimate. You have also this Akali who can jump back there. A very squishy backline and not a ton of protection. So we're going to see how much value this Renata can grab. Because while the damage is there, you're looking for resets and you're looking for that bailout. They didn't necessarily get their cup of joe, but now it feels like they're getting closer and closer to a lot of those feats of strength.
See the trade for the Dragon on the other side.
Late for this objective. He's going to be showing up after the grubs have already spawned.
Ooh, that's a big knockup landing here on the Q3. All out comes through from 369 as well. Flandre misses the ultimate once again, and Kanavi will find the kill. First blood for Top's jungler. Come on, faster. First grub going to be taken here by Kanavi. Tarzan just needs to steal away one, but instead they're going to try to look for the fight. Kyle getting spotted out. Shanks pops the Shroud, looking to maybe go in. Tarzan does not find the second grub. This next one will secure the feat of strength for TES if they're able to get it. So Flandre and the rest of AL know that they potentially have to go now. They instead try to target here onto 369. Perfect execution comes through in for Shanks, and they will find the kill onto the Cassante. Kanavi foresees the Heartbreaker out. Curtain call will...
They do not know if there are members reinforcing the top side of the map. They will spot Outlay. He's actually going for the mid lane, and Shanks will be able to walk here a little bit closer. So looks like the Herald's going over, but maybe there's a fight after.
So that is the feat of strength as well as the repair for Kanavi. However, he potentially is publicly executed. Flash on top of him from Kyle, and not even the bailout will save him. Now a two-man Cyclone onto JackeyLove and Chris by Tarzan, and that will be Hope picking up the kill onto his fellow AD carry. Chris, the next on the menu. Tier 1 turret doesn't matter when you got all 5 of Anyone's Legends.
The reason why just being able to have so much vision in their favor is so important, and What I would like to see from TES is now with this turret down in the bottom lane is how are they actually able to utilize this Ashe ultimate, because we actually haven't really seen JackeyLove be that impactful in this game. Oh, we're getting a replay. Thank you. All the Shanks lovers are back at home. There we go. Okay, so yeah, he gets the Spiraling Despair, does a huge combo onto him, and then he's just able to beat back out. All those soul laners are gone from that fight from TES, so thank you for the observers for showing that. And there we go. TES yet again playing them out just a little bit better this time around, something we saw in game.
It would have been really nice to see Kanavi take the CS lead that he was able to get and maybe use it onto his side lanes and get somebody like JackeyLove ahead a little bit. But right now, behind in terms of items, as the Rift Herald is spawned in the mid lane. They're going to get this tier 1. The question is, will they get anything on top of it afterwards? Looks like the answer will be no. So 2-1 in terms of the Dragons right now for top. They are keeping themselves in this game. They have retaken control of the gold and now are looking for a potential pick. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, they'll look at the mid lane. Curtain Call goes straight onto Cream, and Shanks will assassinate him underneath his own turret. So
that armor shred is huge, and there's still no ultimate here for Shanks, so despite the flank, I don't know how impactful.
I mean, if a Shuriken lands on a Jackie, he could still be in trouble. And look at AL, they're diving straight on a 369. Kanavi already has the bailout on top of him, and there's the Pop Blossom from Kael. It lands on a 3. Flandre is still alive. He finally will get taken down by 369, but the fight is already cooked for top Esports. 369, the last remaining survivor. It will be an ace just for Flandre, as AL will make their way back towards the Otacon.
TES are routed, and it has been individual members getting caught out before these fights. Last game, it was Crisp. This time, Cream is getting bodied on a champion that we know him for, and it happens again?
Here he goes. Public execution just up. That is another kill picked up for Shanks. He's 6-0 on his signature champion and takes down Cream once more.
That's insane. If you would have told me that Cream right now is...
Solero goes wide.
This Ashe from JackeyLove is not looking good. And Mako, these pairings are not looking good, and it feels like we talked about the new class of mid laners coming in. It feels like a new class of laners just in general are starting to upshow.
And speaking of laners, one all-consistent laner in the LPL is Flandre, and it is to dish out the damage and try to win a fight.
Here's Kael!
Here comes Kael! Pop Blossom lands onto the bottom lane. JackeyLove still kiting away, at least for now, and actually doing a big chunk of damage. There's the ultimate from the way. Cricket finally arriving to the game, and top Esports find a big fight with their carries. JackeyLove taken down by Shanks in the back end of things, but now the Akali is singled out, looking for some sort of escape. Not going to find it in a 1v4, and top Esports are right.
Invested into watching Kael on the Nico, and I didn't get to see too much as we got the curtain call coming in. They're blocking, and he does not steal this.
Oh.
Cream gets caught!
Oh my god, how do you do that? Not body blocking, allowing their mid laner to go down. Hope getting back onto the board. That's kill number 3 for him. The Jhin starting to come into fruition as well. Flandre now in a 1v2. DMBest has a lot of HP, does a decent amount of damage. However, Kanavi is now also strong. Teleport comes in, Shanks looking to join the fray, but he might join a little bit too late. Flandre flashes away. Kanavi looking to match him, but here comes Shanks. He's here to play. Now has to fight in a 1v3. The bailout landing on a 369, and the Q3 should be enough. Pops the stopwatch. Kanavi still
everybody's here!
But he's bought way much time for the rest of the squad to pull up. Hope's arrived. Kael's arrived. Kanavi at 40 HP does find the stun, but not the kill. It'll be 2 more for AL.
Now there's a dragon as well. We need TES to walk up. It needs to be now. JackeyLove needs to have that Ashe game, and Ashe doesn't have a ton of damage in general, but maybe this is the pick.
Little skirmish here in the side lane. Shanks really caught out, has to use the perfect execution to get away.
Perfect!
Stopwatch to get away from the arrow, and now a public execution on a JackeyLove, and Kael is here to follow up. Huge. The bailout will be on JackeyLove. He will be able to dish out that damage, but not enough for him to land the revive. But look at the other side of the fight. It is Kanavi and Cream absolutely destroying the front line of anyone.
No one else feels like they're taking the reins and wanting to take the game into their own hands. Up this Baron. Half HP immediately here for AL.
There's not a ton of Baron take damage, but it is burning down quickly at 4,000 HP. Will be able to be secured, and it's Hope That lands the final blow. Now, can Top Esports win this fight? Ultimate comes out from Chris, doesn't hit anyone. Kyle only has the Pop Blossom onto the Renata Glass. Jackie Love getting soloed out potentially by Tarzan, but he's able to dash away. Shanks will go down first. This front to back is what we wanted to see from Top, and it is paying out in dividends. They get to force Tarzan back out on the other side, and now it's up to Hope and Flandre. They get the kill onto Kanavi. 369. Now it's to run for the hills, and they will even up this trade. It is a 3
DPS. It's great that Kyle finds this, but none of the damage dealers are here to play, and it's going to be the go for them. They can very rarely make a mistake in this series so far.
And right now, they're going to try to start a fight with Tarzan putting the Cyclone in onto Kanavi. Has the
there it
upgraded,
is!
Steel Cap, so not going to be able to find too much damage onto him. And now it is a chance for Top to retaliate. Enchanted Crystal blocked by Tarzan's clone, and that means that they're opposition.
Yeah, Flandre is not going to be able to contest for this. Ashe and Kanavi can finish this objective rather early, and now we'll be heading towards the 7th dragon of this game if we want to see his soul here, as I don't know why we haven't just nerfed Nico and how long this clone stays out on the map, especially for the whoop whoop whoop. Oh, Cream though, they don't know, he can find the pick!
In a really big flank position, they find the stun and the Pop Blossom onto Jackie Love, but he's able to get away from it rather nicely. Stopwatch lands onto Kyle, and he will go down first, having gone forward way too early. Now it's Flandre, the target of 4 members of AL, with 369 onto Shanks in the backside. That is already a 2nd kill picked up for Kanavi. The dive is in, and Top Esports are looking to take over this game. They go 4 for nothing. Only Hope survives, but there might not be much more hope for AL as Top Esports are looking to even up this series.
They've got 5 grubs. They should be looking to end. Not too many minions, however, maybe having to utilize Cream's teleport to save them. It is only Hope that is up 20 seconds before the next most available member. And it's been so close all game long, but one bad team fight, one where they spent too much time trying to protect their Nico, and it turns into a tied series.
Curtain Call means a very easy target for Jackie Love. That's 1,000 gold to Kanavi on the Viego, and Top Esports are going to even up our series at 1-1.
Sure.
Leona diving in, but not like the Nocturne, obviously. So a big difference here that Maokai will be flexed down to the support position as the Renekton-Gnar matchup. The old classic.
Really going to have to take every little bit of an advantage that he can. Level 1 Gnar, though.
Crazy to dive right now. Crisp is tanky.
Oh my god, no way.
Flandre will survive at about 300 HP, and now Tarzan is on the hunt. Has level 3, all 3 of his basic abilities alive, and Crisp could be in a little bit of trouble. They are going to try to go for the redive. They know that Tarzan is here, and that will be enough for anyone's Legends to claim first blood. Now on the top side of the map, 369 has to flash away from any potential damage, still at about 200 HP. AL should be able to redive this rather successfully. There's the
there
stun,
it is!
There's the bomb, and Hope makes it 2-0. Unrelenting in their pressure, and they want to make sure TS do not take this for free.
Flandre not having his ult. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, lands straight onto Kanavi. Stops to charge, lands onto 2, but the damage is pretty big. Shockwave is finally unlocked, but it will be Kyle falling first to Crisp. Kanavi now stuck in the pit. But look at the bullet time from Jackie Love. It is melting AL as they are now stuck in the pit themselves. Hope has to flash away as him and Flandre are now on the wrong side of the rift. And it will be Top Esports coming out on top of the skirmish, at least for now. 369 has the dominance unlocked, and they will be able to pick up this first spawn of the grubs.
Great flash from Kanavi and Cream to get out of that play and specifically get out of the shockwave. Whereas Flandre, tiny, like 2 pixel wide purple bar that is underneath the champion portrait.
I actually did not even know that existed.
Yeah, that's how you're probably like, damn, how does he know experience totals like this? I'm not that good, dog. So, oh, we're making a play on the Cream.
Oh my goodness, satchel forward because he knows that Tarzan is on the way. Mega Inferno Bomb takes Cream to about half HP as the Chaos Storm does go away. Tarzan looking for the stun, not in range just yet, but the shockwave will come through. Tarzan getting the kill on the Cream.
And while they are subjecting or losing some of these objectives on the top side, it does mean that Ziggs will get alone time with this turret. How much damage he can get in this time is up to them, and he still has the TP if he wants the match. But Kyle perfectly hovering and protecting his top laner to prevent this dive, but I don't know, man. This is looking pretty tricky.
Oh, it's 4 players of the wave crashing down. That is a mini Gnar on Flandre. Ignite is ticking, and he will burn.
As AL now, while they do get the grubs, I do think it is a bit of a losing trade here, as right now TS are really focused on getting standing gold where they can.
So it's at least 2 picked up. The smite from Tarzan makes it a 3-3 even trade. However, Chris has had enough time to come back from the base and go in onto Tarzan with twisted advance. Tried to take one down.
AL kind of getting that
another
slap
dive.
finally. Uh-oh.
There's the Nature's Grass combined with the bullet time. However, JackeyLove takes a decent chunk of damage, has to back away for just a moment, but will be
Surprising to me that we also just haven't had. So the kills went over to AL. The first to 3, he's fine for right now. He's still picking up gold. He's still getting those upgrades.
Oh, and the twisted
Wow!
barely lands onto Hope, the last little root from the Nature's Grass.
Bottom wave, so even if they give up the Herald, he can TP for this play, and they'll grab themselves the bottom
There he
wave
goes.
turret.
Oh, it's going to be such a big flank. And the Glacial Prison lands onto Hope. Solar Flare on the other side only finds Chris. The Mega Inferno Bomb does only a little bit of damage. 369 has the dominant pop. They pressure AL out of the pit and secure the Rift Herald on their own.
They got
now
Cream!
Kyle has found Cream, and Cream will go down. Should be Rift Herald, and then the W from Hope should be enough to take down this mid lane tier 1. Bullet time going to buy some space, at least for a little bit. Tarzan threatening with his big ol' spear, forcing the rest of top side of the map. That is not a good timer for him to have this ability up online. Dragon.
Tarzan just walks into the pit!
He's gonna 50 it. He gets the dragon somehow, and now Cream is in trouble once again with the shockwave on top of him, but he heals just enough to survive. Flandre comes in with a teleport and will assassinate him on the backside of things. And Top Esports looking to collapse now onto Tarzan. 2v1 here. JackeyLove should be able to claim this one if 369 pops the dominance on the bottom side underneath the turret. Shanks has the shield, should be enough, but he will finally go down. Hope satchels away from the bullet time and will be able to pick up another kill onto the Crocodile.
Flandre, dog walk him, walk him, brother!
Flandre approaching Meganar, looking to try and get some distance close. So, especially like the tanks that are maybe more pseudo tanks, like we have up here in the top lane right now.
Like all the Fimble Winter. Get
I think it. Chat, let me know, but I think it's clipped.
Yeah, let's do chat do some of the heavy lifting here.
So TES know that they cannot go for the Drake, and instead are forced back to the top side of the map.
Okay. They're starting this Otacon like we were just mentioning, but Flandre's got to be so careful. Oh, JackeyLove, perfect
really nice cleanse from JackeyLove, but Kyle is still on top of him. The Pantheon all comes over the top, and Tarzan will shut down the main carry of Top Esports. Flandre with a Gnar ultimate onto 369, but the Nature's Grasp is big, and Cream is still full HP with the Arcane Storm raining down onto AL. Kanavi will get bursted down by Hope as another shutdown goes his way. 369 has to slice and dice away, but he will get eaten up by Flandre. Another team fight win, this time for AL, as Top Esports lose 3.
JackeyLove's like, hey, can I get Gale Force back in this game, please? Like,
yeah.
I just use my cleanse, I have to flash, and still there's a Pantheon hunting me down from the opposite side of the map. Cream is full HP, but I don't know how much work you're going to be able to get done by yourself. You might be Victor, but with no Chaos Storm, I just don't think it's going to be worth. Tarzan has to be real careful. This Otacon's got hands.
Yeah, this thing, you learn quickly. A couple days of the season did a lot of damage. Okay, Tarzan picks it up. Revive.
Great for preserving his legacy as one of the great top laners here in the league. And it's going to be a dragon here that puts AL at soul points.
I feel like we're seeing a similar level of that here with the Otacon, and now even the Baron Nashor, as Kyle was in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get locked down here by Chris. There's the bullet time, but it only was on to Kyle. Here comes Flandre, not Mega, yes, yet. Gets locked up by the Glacial Prison, has to flash away, but it is enough for the kill to land onto the main tanks. But the carries still alive for top with the Arcane Storm, coming in and trying to do a lot of damage. Hope flashes forward. What an aggressive play from Hope as he takes Cream down. Now it's 369 and JackeyLove. No bullet time on the Misfortune, remember. TS still has their top lane
so far, but I just don't think it matters for this game. The rest of AL are really in a we're in a fight in Pip. Come on, we don't need this replay. We're taking a mid-tier one. We're fighting right before the dragon spawns.
JackeyLove all of a sudden very, very low as well.
Terrible. Why as TS are we forcing that? Even if you are able to start the Baron, the rest of AL are going to be able to match. You can have Tarzan can look for something. It's 2,000 gold. The gold is close, but we're Grand Sky falling in.
Crisp just dead, tanking up too much damage. Hope landing the final blow. Bullet time not really finding much, only onto the tank. Satchel charge backwards from Hope means that Kanavi is not in a good spot himself. There comes the Arcane Storm, but just nobody is low enough for that to do any damage and for that storm to continue to grow. Despite the carries keeping themselves alive on top, not enough for them to do anything, as AL will get a free Baron.
Great job from 369. Oh, we're teleporting in, so just take the turret. The turret doesn't die there. So they're going to just try to force down mid. Okay, fine. This is one of the strategies you can try to do when the enemy team is going for Baron. You push in all of their waves so that they can spend as much of the Baron timer as possible having to re-push out these lanes. And so now Baron goes over, but for now TES, they're able to grab two dragons before this Elder Dragon spawns. Flandra is gaining Mega Gnar stacks.
Doing a lot of damage.
Oh
Wow, Chris
my
just
God.
gets deleted, melted by Flandre in mini Gnar form. Just another easy death for Crisp as he falls for the 5th time this game. And once more, it is Top Esports stuck in a 4v5 situation with Baron buff against them.
Now what do TES do? I mean, we waited. We said, okay, level 16 here for Cream. Will he have enough of the requisite damage to turn the fight here? It's going to be a satchel bomb in mid if they really want to. He's just trying to get the passive stacks in.
Tarzan underneath the inhibitor tower, going for Dracula. He procs Material Scimitar, will stay alive at least for a little bit. One more boomerang shift to the deep. The bullet time comes out, and Andre will fall. Top Esports keeping themselves alive as Kyle is still stuck under the tier 3 turret. And finally, the victor gets what he desires, and that is a... So now AL regaining control of the pit. 369 could be caught out potentially as Flandre is approaching Mega, and Kyle will dive on top of him with the Zenith Blade. Stun just on to the Croc. He crocs hysterics, but the bullet time could be big. There's Kyle looking to deny it. Tarzan now stuck in a 1v4. Dracula finally will go down as Kyle picks it up. And a 3-man shock wave from Shanks. It is a triple kill, a quadra kill for Tarzan on the Pantheon. And anyone's Legends will march down the bottom side of the map and take themselves to match point.
What an incredible shockwave from Shanks. Opens up Tarzan to find the quadra kill. You can kind of see it in those player cams. AL are laughing. The smiles are back for the boys. As with the Ziggs, they don't even need the Elder Dragon. We're going to game 4 with AL up a game.
Another 40-minute game, but once again, it is AL prevailing. They go up 2-1 in the series and are just 1 win away for going up to 2-0 in Group A.
Tristana is very dangerous, especially with the level 2. So alongside this Lulu, you could be looking at a 2v2 that's very dangerous here for the side of Top Esports, where AL round out their draft with that Seraphine.
AL and Tarzan looking to try and at least make it an even trade so far in the grub. Dracula has the rocket jump away. That is the first grub secured for AL, but 369 in the middle of everything and might actually just get singled out in 1v4. But Flandre jumps away. It is first blood picked up here for Shanks, and anyone's Legends are running away with this team fight. Hope gets his first kill. It is 3 for 9. Pick up this first dragon of the game with the Hex deck going their way.
Grapes, that sinking feeling. Just because Unital Wildairs has also just been an item that has been extremely terrible. Well, not terrible, but just crit itemization's in a weird spot. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, look at this top side of the map. 369 with the Fear Beyond Death on top of him, and will be enough for Kanavi to dash on top and pick up that kill. However, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. That hard place being the Flame Charm of the Hope. A 2-man charm coming through from Kyle, and the Encore says, "Sing it again, baby," as Hope picks up a second.
Dude, predicts the flash. Chris flashes straight into the Seraphine ult. Dracula, you're all by yourself under this turret, brother. I just don't think this is real. Tarzan can flash. You still have the Volibear ult as well. How many plates can AL get during this push? As even here, Urgot hasn't even recalled. There's no one covering this bottom side. Flandra's going to be able to have alone time with this turret.
It'll take a little bit for him to get there, but that's time desperately needed and desperately desired here for anyone's Legends. They're going to get their 3rd plate down here in the bottom lane, and now even as Chris respawns and comes back into the top side, not really much places to go as AL are overloading here. They land the stun.
Here we go!
Onto Chris. He dies once again, and the teleport's going to come in to make it a 5-man stack for AL. Cream matches a TP of his own to prevent any further dive, but that does mean the full grub camp will go over to anyone's Legends who are looking poised to run away with this series.
What an insane fight. They just completely try to cut off. We're actually allowed to play the game.
Yeah, Top Esports in a little bit of trouble. Needs some big response right now. Thought they could have found it with Kanavi landing the kick, but Kyle finally will get bursted down. But it will be a 1-for-1 as Hope will pick up the trade.
And Tarzan doing a great job. I don't even think you need to actually kill 369 here, although probably can.
Hey, why not?
Sundered Sky. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Grapes.
Yeah, and you know, Shanks is going to be completely fine losing a little bit of his health bar because he knows that nobody can dive on top of him, and he knows that his team is getting things on the other side.
Here before, I think, third Dragon. That's a huge spike. If he gets his second item and suddenly we're looking at TES.
They're down about 3,000 gold, but here comes a teleport. Flandre going to join the fray. And it looks like Top Esports could be collapsed upon just a little bit. Here comes Cream. Has the flash. Has the ultimate. Can he make a play? Look at Shanks on the flank,
They
though.
got
and
it!
a big charm coming through, and Hope steals away all of the Herald as well. Shuffle is big. Is it enough damage, though? No, it is not. Look at Hope. Just full HP, ripping apart everybody on Top Esports. They get a huge fight. 4 kills already in their favor, and Crisp is on the wrong side of the map.
It's looking doomed. TES, it's been great, it's been good, but it hasn't been all there for them. Chris is going to do the runaround on Tarzan. Tarzan's like, dude, where the hell did this Lulu go? Chris is like, you know, big if true. Oh, Shanks.
Meanwhile,
Shanks?
that's the better
Shanks?
Shurima shuffle right there. Shanks picking up. That is true. Hey, he could come away with this.
That feels like a
with
lifetime
that
ago,
moral
I'm not
victory.
going to lie. That feels so long ago that we were like, maybe Alistar is going to be tech for the 1v1. We're going to talk about that right now. There's also not a lot going on in this game. 7,000 gold at 18 minutes. I know yesterday for JDG versus OMG, they made it look quick. They finished it up in less than 20, but this game has been so one-sided, and it comes down to a lot of the execution that we've been seeing. And I think the solo lane especially, as 369, man.
Kanavi, he's trying his best, man. He's looking for some sort of kill. Kyle could be a target. He already got hit by the charm. No ultimate available, but Tarzan is here. The body block is support. Shanks dashing away, now going into 1v2 finally. Jackie Wolf picks up a big shutdown on Kanavi, gets Kyle as well.
It's game 4. It's 5 a.m. At least it's not Jace, but like, they're looking to be fighting after the revives.
Okay, I mean, this is a good way to potentially flip the game. They actually just get there first. All of a sudden, Top Esports could be right back into this game. They pick up the Otacon. They have the respawns in their hands, and they could just send themselves straight towards the tower, pick up an ejected bounty, throw their lives away because they know that they can end up right back in spawn by the time any other objectives do spawn. They get the tier 1 in the top side, looking for this tier 2 now with just a couple of minions here to guide them.
They can shred these turrets, and they have the turret bounties as well, so there's a lot of gold being slingshot back into TS. Yeah, Hope is hitting on this mid-wave. 5 grubs. All that AL needs to do is somehow be able to stop them. Tristana's getting engaged upon. We see Jackie Love getting a little frisky with it. Has to be able to jump over. Inhibitor open, wait, he's going to cancel the backs.
369 is back, but that is it. And now it can't be bounty with AL completely focused on the top side of the map.
Uh-oh.
Gonna be the outer turret picked up. Question is
out.
now, will he be able to escape?
Oh, no, he's not!
Shanks cancels the teleport with the abscond abduct, and now it is the Wild Goose chase. It will begin, and it will not last for very long. 369 will go down to Shanks.
All of TES, they were like, okay, maybe we can reinforce this, but that's a teleport down for 369. He's also dead for 40 seconds, and they're just all in this bottom side. Are they going to try and make this play? It's Shanks by himself.
Look at Kanavi finding the kick onto Shanks, forcing the stopwatch out of him. Flandre is tanky, but doesn't do a lot of damage, and that is Jackie Love picking up one
more dragons. They're sunding over the Jinx ultimate. That's not stealing anything. Got 5 grubs. Maybe AL can look for a fight afterwards and push to end the game. There is an open inhibitor.
Yeah, maybe Top don't want to do anything too risky because the game could end, but it looks like they do want to go for a fight. It will be a numbers advantage for them until Shanks arrives. Baron finally secured. Flandre has to flash away. They land the Fear Beyond Death. That's going to slow them up pretty well. Jackie
nice
up
job.
by the Flame Chompers. Really good spacing opened up here by Hope. And now Shanks has arrived. And it will be anyone's Legends coming through and wiping the floor with Top Esports. They go 5-0 in the fight. They get the Baron, and they will get the game, and they will get the series win.
Long death timers, and Kanavi got into the back line, but it just doesn't matter. Anyone's Legend, make it happen. They have a repeat of the Demacia Cup Grand Finals, and they're going to be moving up in this group 2-0.
People were wondering, was that win in the Demacia Cup? Was it a fluke? Was it a myth? No, it was a legend being born. Anyone's Legends take down Top Esports.
It just feels like they might be a little bit lost. This was one of the games, this game 4, despite it, I will say, this is one where I really did feel Kanavi's impact, and that hasn't been the case all throughout this series. I mean, we talk about the game that they won in game 2, where we really got to see Kanavi on this Viego take control, but game 1 on Vi, he felt a bit invisible. Game 3 wasn't all quite there for the team, so I am looking for this TES roster with, I think, so many veterans especially to kind of have to take the reins. Who is our shot caller? Chris has obviously been a very big vocal leader, but when we look at this, I feel like we should expect more from a TES of this caliber.
Changed out from this team going into this season, as my camera looks like it's struggling a little bit. Looks like we're back. Tarzan getting subbed in for Tien, and then Mako getting subbed out for Crisp. You know, Mako being that historical shot caller for top esports, and then Tien being, you know, just the big playmaker for this team, always, you know, willing to sacrifice farm to go and make plays. That's not necessarily the same play style as Kanavi, I should say. As
yeah.
I messed up the junglers once again, but
that's
all
okay,
that to
man.
say, Tien compared to Kanavi, very different players. Crisp compared to Mako, very different players. So it's going to maybe be more growing pains than we imagined, because when we look at this roster, we just think, oh, ton of really great players coming in. Maybe it's more about the fit of how all these guys end up working together that is the difference maker here.
And it'll be really fun to watch both of these teams' trajectory as we go through the 3 splits here in the LPL. As kind of coming towards the end of our broadcast here, we're waiting to crown what is hopefully Hope's MVP. If anybody else steals this, I'll be really pissed. I'll be really sad for him.
It could be Shanks. Could be Shanks. He was limit testing a little bit too much on the Silas, though, for my liking.
I think it's fine. I think he had some goat plays, so maybe I could see Shanks. He has been a player who's really growing on me.
Don't give it to the Tank Jacks. Anybody but the Tank Jacks, please.
Nobody but the Tank Jacks, please. Please, I'm begging you guys.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those carries, one of the players that were a part of this AL core back in 2024, where they saw a decent amount of success, maybe not this to the same level as they are currently at. Still awaiting that MVP, but regardless, another really fun day. Very fun to see anyone's legend kind of go back to this matchup that they won in Demacia Cup and take care of business once again, really establishing that they are a true contender. And we've got some, I think, really exciting series coming tomorrow in our first doubleheader best-of-5 of the season.
I wanted to thank the LPL for their formatting by putting at least one Demacia Cup rematch in every single group. That was very great of you guys. Thank you for doing that. We got like the TT, LNG back-to-back. We had this series, obviously, like we were saying. And yeah, like you were kind of mentioning, while we can... Do we think they're going to give MVP right now? Because if I call for the schedule graphic and they show MVP...
As soon as you call for it, it's going to show up. That's the thing.
Exactly. So I'm just going to wait, man. I'm going to let 957 run me around this one. And if it doesn't ever come up, guys, please, just show me hope. Give me the jinx. And we can talk about the rest of the show and we can close out. Come on, guys.
For some reason, the most one-sided game has the longest deliberation. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Tarzan. Not the pick that I would have had, but hey, Tarzan gets 2 in a row. I guess good for him. He was okay. He was fine.
Give me the schedule graphic for this week, Kelsey.
It wasn't the Jax. It wasn't the Jax.
It wasn't the Jax. Thanks, man. Again, we're bargaining with the tank top laners. Like Grapes was saying, we have our first doubleheader of the season. This is the last show before the Lunar New Year break. We're going to be starting a lot earlier, 10 p.m. PST, so make sure you have your clocks wound up. If you need, go to timeconverter.com, somewhere on Google. You'll figure it out yourself. I believe in you guys. LNG versus BLG is going to be the first best of 5, and afterwards going to be followed up with RNG versus IG. A lot of stuff on stakes here. That BLG LNG team probably not going to be as close, but RNG with Niket coming in, IG after taking a loss to NIP, anything's possible in that Group D.
And you know, with LNG losing that series to Thunder Talk, that they are very motivated to make something happen to keep themselves alive after all the expectations that were maybe put on that team. They didn't look super good against TT, however.
It's BLG, guys. It's BLG main roster.
Yeah, Well, we'll see. I think that either of those series have a chance to be exciting, as we got some good matchups to look forward to. Again, we're going to be starting a few hours earlier, so make sure you